Biden's team also accuses Fox News of illegally profiting off a fictionalized show streaming on Fox Nation called, quote, The Trial of Hunter Biden, and of violating revenge porn laws.
Hunter Biden and his legal team are now hitting back at conservative news networks like Fox News for the onslaught of attacks against him, and also some of the racier images that were unearthed from his hacked laptop. Now, there are two parts to this potential lawsuit, and we'll get to the revenge porn portion of it in just a second. Now, Hunter Biden's lawyers have stated that they anticipate suing Fox, but have not done so yet. They have only given a cease and desist letter to the media corporation, asking them to cease and desist, airing content from the laptop that he left behind at a repair shop, which was then used as opposition research against him and his father, President Joe Biden. But first, Biden's lawyers are also alleging that the network is involved in a conspiracy to defame Hunter Biden. Let's take a look.
Lawyers for Hunter Biden are telling Fox News to correct the record on bribery allegations made by a discredited FBI informant or face a defamation lawsuit. CNN obtained a cease and desist letter sent to Fox last week. In it, Biden's legal team points to Fox hosts like Maria Bartiromo continuing to push claims that Hunter Biden and his father took bribes from Alexander Smirnov, even after Smirnov was indicted for lying to the FBI.
Cheryl, the issue around this charge against Smirnov is that it may very well stop other whistleblowers from coming forward. This is an intimidation tactic. Threaten this guy with 25 years in prison because he told he told the Oversight Committee that Burisma paid Biden and Joe Biden and Hunter Biden $5 million apiece.
So I'm personally surprised that Maria Bartiromo is still employed by Fox. She's over at Fox Business specifically. I mean, she definitely engaged in the election lies, claiming that Trump won the election and that it was stolen from him in 2020. Obviously, there were huge consequences for Fox, when it came to the airing of lies like that. But she remains on the network, which is pretty surprising.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
Now, the letter demands Fox News issue editor's notes to online articles informing readers of the indictment and have several prominent Fox News hosts, including Sean Hannity, Maria Bartiromo, and Jesse Waters, inform their viewers on air that they have been sharing a debunked allegation from a source who has been federally indicted. So that's the Smirnov character that you heard about in the last clip. Smirnov confessed that the dirt that he had on the Bidens actually came from a Russian source and ended up being completely false. And so this is why Hunter Biden and his legal team want the corrections to be made. In addition to the claims of defamation, Hunter Biden also claims that Fox News has violated revenge porn laws by airing sexually explicit images of Hunter. I'm sure some of us have seen some of those images. They've been posted on Twitter as well, unfortunately. So he's arguing that it's the unlawful publication of hacked images. The media outlet aired a mock trial of Hunter Biden on the streaming platform Fox Nation. Wow, sounds like compelling programming. This was back in 2022, focused on the unproven bribery allegations and published intimate images of Mr. Biden depicting him in the nude as well as engaged in sex acts. And that's according to the letter, which demands that Fox immediately remove the series from all streaming platforms. Quote, Fox knows that these private and confidential images were hacked, stolen, and or manipulated digital material. Hunter Biden's attorneys wrote in the letter, which contains several of the explicit images, some of which were blurred. Publishing these images, the attorney said, violated the majority of states' laws against the non-consensual disclosure of sexually explicit images and videos, sometimes referred to as revenge porn laws. So we'll see how this plays out. I do think that it's wrong to, post those images, considering He didn't consent to it. I don't think we should have different standards for men and women when it comes to a situation like this. But I'm curious what you think, Waz.
Look, they've gotten so much mileage out of this Hunter Biden laptop, dong pic, blah, 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 cocaine binge, what have you. They've gotten so much content out of this. And so I understand on his part, like trying to find a recourse to be like, man, these people are profiting not just off of my image and my name and my likeness, but with material that I haven't even consented to being made public. And so I understand why he would go after them. I don't claim to be an expert on the revenge porn laws. But man, any way that you could get back at these folks for the hours and hours and hours of material they've mined out of this topic, man, I applaud him and I hope he gets something out of this.
Do you think that some of the images of him engaging in the nude, some of the more salacious images helped his image a little bit? I only say that because I just remember when conservatives were trying to go after Hunter Biden by publishing those images. A lot of people are like, I don't know, man. I don't know if attacking him for getting laid is the way to go, right? But look, and it doesn't even really matter, right? Like him engaging in that. Yes, there was illegal drug use. It is what it is, but they were supposed to be going after him for illegal foreign dealings. And they came up short in regard to evidence on that. So instead, they just kind of leaned into the salacious content that they managed to get out of this, hacked computer.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine a segment of the population being like, wait a second, I'm supposed to not like this guy because he's paying for hookers and cocaine. Like, this is supposed to make me think he's not a great dude. Like, I think a lot of people, especially here in America, might look at that and think differently. I don't know if you read that piece in The Cut of this like health guru guy out in the Bay, and I guess like he cheated on his woman with like 6 women, and some of them were actresses or whatever. And The Cut was like, quote unquote, taking this guy down for essentially womanizing. And I'm like, I don't know that this discredits this dude in the eyes of a lot of dudes specifically. It's like, wait, you mean this guy's really rich and gets a lot of tail? Like people.
Wait. Hold on. No, I don't. I don't see that and think like, ooh, what a winner. I see that and think, what a jerk. But hold on, is this like a public figure who we should care about when it comes to his infidelity?
Not really, no.
Why would they write about that? Who cares?
Well, the women found each other somehow. The women who he all cheated with formed a group chat. They have pet names for each other. The story is ridiculous. But what you're supposed to take out of it is like, bad dude, public, health and mindfulness guru is like dating a lot of women at once and is really rich. It's like, I don't know, man. That does not discredit people in the way that you think it does, Cut Magazine.
I mean, maybe not with you, and maybe not with some other dudes, but like,
I'm just saying the possibilities. I'm not talking about my own feelings about this guy's infidelities, okay? I'm just saying what's out there. That's all. People are saying, Anna.
People are saying he's not a bad guy. He's a bit of a Lothario. People are saying, okay. All right, okay. Well, look, I think that Hunter Biden, I've got no love for Hunter Biden, okay? I don't. I think that he certainly benefited from nepotism, serving on the board of a Ukrainian gas company that he had no expertise to be serving on, making a lot of money while doing it. So my heart doesn't bleed for him. I don't really care. However, I do think that he was treated unfairly in the conservative press. And I'm sure that this whole debacle has been deeply embarrassing for him. And look, people who have issues with addiction, as you guys know, we have an epidemic of that all over the country. You have over 100,000 people dying of drug overdoses in this country every year. So I take that issue seriously. I don't think it's something to laugh about. I don't think it's something to poke fun about. And so I always found it pretty distasteful. The only thing I had any interest in was whether there were some unlawful foreign business dealings taking place that Joe Biden might have been involved in. And as we all know, James Comer, who was leading the House investigation into that matter, has failed to find any evidence. And as a result, they've pretty much dropped it. The impeachment inquiry is not really going forward. And so if Hunter Biden can get a little bit of justice and a little bit of strike back against these conservative outlets who really went out of their way to embarrass him and air this salacious material, I think he should do it. We'll see what happens.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.